Tools are essential for content creators, whether you're a photographer, a filmmaker, or a writer. Having the right tools can make your life a lot easier and your workflow smarter. In today's video, I will be reviewing the 2020 Apple MacBook Pro with an M1 chip. It's a 13-inch 8-core with 8 gig RAM laptop. Is this laptop capable of doing some serious creative jobs? And should you still buy this MacBook Pro in 2021 or 2022? There's only one way to find out, so let's review. It is good to shoot your content in 8K or 6K format if you have access to cameras like Red Epic or Blackmagic cinema cameras. But before you do that, you need to be sure you have a capable post-production workstation that can handle heavy files if you don't want to get frustrated on the job. And I mean to get frustrated on the job. The 2020 MacBook Pro comes with an M1 chip, which is Apple's first manufactured computer chip and the first transition from Intel-based Apple computers, and that's really nice. What is more important to an average user is the performance, and Apple actually promised that, they promise improved performance, a faster system, and up to 20 hours battery life, which really sounds good. One of the things that attracted me when I powered the laptop was the dynamic shortcut that adjusts itself based on the app you use. The shortcut is a touchscreen responsive and quite handy for Photoshop users, video editors, or even music producers. Before I go into more details about the MacBook Pro key specs, let me quickly run a video performance test. And for the scope of this video, I will be using rushes from the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro and the Sony a7S II, which are the cameras that are available to me. The first thing I did was to run a Blackmagic speed test, and the result shows that the laptop can handle BRAW files from up to 1080 at 20 frames per second to 3456 at 60 frames per second. And this is really cool, but it shows that you may not be able to edit an 8K video, from it. So for the scope of this video, I'm going to be using DaVinci Resolve, the free version, because I love it, and also because it's actually free. So we're going to power on our DaVinci Resolve for the software to load. And I'm going to create a new project, okay? So I'm just going to call it test, right? The first clip I'm going to drag in is a footage I shot with Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro, and it's actually a 6K 3.1, and it's at 24 frames per second, which is really cool. So just gonna drag this in. Because the laptop is quite small, I'm gonna use the single viewer, which for me is cool, and I'm going to play back. And if you look at it, it's really, really wow. The honest truth is that the 6K footage at the beginning was a bit sluggish, and over time it was still at 24 frames, which is really cool. And this is really, really amazing. If you look at it, the 24 frames, love that, and that's really a good thing. So without missing words, it looks like, in practical terms, the M1 chip would actually edit your 6K footage, which is really nice. Now the question is, how many rushes can it handle? If I'm moving from a shot to another. I'm going to try that now, and let's see how it looks. This is another 6K footage. The honest truth is that the playback was really smooth, and it is amazing. So the next thing we're going to do is to try, stabilizing the footage and see what happens to the rushes. Okay, so one of the things you'll see is that immediately after stabilizing footage, it becomes a little bit difficult to play back smoothly on the computer, meaning that if I wanted to play back smoothly, I may need to optimize, you know, the footage in order to play it back smoothly. And like I said, that would affect your space. That's your storage space, which is a thing you have to consider. You have to choose in between. So for a playback, it's not really that smooth, and you expect for especially when you're producing or when you're editing content like films and all that, you want a smooth sailing, something that will not give you issues when you're playing back and all of that. So for playback, in a way, it's not really holding it after starting adding some effects. However, there's always a work around it, and it shows it has potential to do some serious works if you can invest a little bit more on the RAM side and also expand the SSD storage. If you're considering doing some serious, video editing, I know the screen size is a bit smaller, and that is why you may need to consider having an external monitor that can be connected to your computer or to your laptop using a USB-C, to HDMI or what have you. So the good thing is that it's really a performer, and from what I see right now and from what I can say, it will deliver even that's pro level video editing using 6K or what have you. And another thing that I would like to say about the laptop is the noise. You can you can barely hear sound from the computer. There is no fan working, or probably the fan is just silent, but you can barely hear any fan sound or fan noise, which is really cool. So it's really cool, and even though I'm doing a lot of hard work on it right now, the temperature is normal. So it shows that the laptop can actually handle a lot, and I've been testing it since yesterday, and the battery has not gone down on me. What is this laptop for? The laptop is excellent for photo retouching. The speed is really good with handy shortcuts to make your work faster. You won't be going wrong with the 2020 MacBook Pro with an M1 chip, which is really cool. If you're a pro graphic designer, yes, the laptop will serve you well. I mean, it will serve you well. The MacBook Pro would be a good choice for YouTubers, vloggers, content creators who just want to edit quick jobs, or if you're not shooting in 8K or 6K. It doesn't mean you can't edit every footage on this laptop, but you will need to generate and optimize footage for smooth playback, and this is going to cost you your storage space, and you have to put that in mind. Another good thing about the laptop is the USB-C port, which means that you can edit videos directly from a connected SSD drive, which will be faster. And if you shoot 4K videos, you should get the best out of this MacBook Pro. The smooth playback is fantastic. I didn't hear the fan noise, talk less of the laptop eating up, which is really cool. Um, if you are a traveler looking for a portable laptop that can handle some serious 4K footage, edit pictures, surf the internet smoothly with 20 hours battery life, then you should consider having this laptop. The laptop comes with a full HD webcam, which makes it useful for all kinds of office jobs, online meeting, video presentation. But to get good image quality, you need to consider investing in some light and some form of podcast microphones, which would actually improve your visuals and your audio quality. Remember, no camera can perform at its best without the right amount of light. So, if you're considering buying this laptop in 2021 or next year, 2022, I think you need to consider some factors. You need to consider your budget. If you have limited budget and you're looking for one of the latest, computers or laptop that can actually get the job done, the MacBook 2020 will get the job done for you. However, if you have a higher budget, then I think you should consider the M1 Pro or M1 Max because these laptops have better performance and they're going to get the job done, especially for video content creators. If you're looking for that video editing machine that can get the job done, then you should consider the alternatives. However, if your budget is really slim and you're considering getting this laptop to get the job done, then I think it's going to be a good choice depending on what you do. And if it's just for you to do some basic video editing, photo retouching, and other stuff, then I think it's going to worth the investment. So for business owners, for corporate person who is looking for that good looking laptop and also good performing laptop, then you should consider investing in buying this laptop. Alternatively, you can invest in older laptops with higher performance. But like I said, this is a game changer and you won't be going wrong investing in it. So if you love this video and you want to see more of it, kindly subscribe to my channel. This is gonna, motivate me to want to do more. And in a way, when I get to a particular level, I'll be able to monetize, my channel to make some money in order to improve my production quality and also create better content, which is really cool. So thank you very much and see you some other time. Bye for now.